All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. So you know how we're always talking about how important gut health and heart health are?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, for today's deep dive, we're going to be looking at how diet impacts both. And we're going to be focusing specifically on lean red meat. Actually, this was inspired by you. A listener sent in some super interesting research from Purdue University.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it's all about this thing called dietary pattern cycling. And get this, the findings basically say that like these short bursts of healthy eating, even if they include lean red meat,
Okay.
can actually improve both gut and heart health.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it looks like consistency is still super important for seeing those long-term benefits.
Makes sense.
So this Purdue study that I was talking about,
Mm.
they really went all in on this whole idea. They had a bunch of young adults follow this really healthy, like U.S.-style diet, the kind we're all familiar with.
Right.
But here's the twist. They included daily servings of lean red meat, both beef, any pork.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really fascinating is that they had the participants like cycle on and off this healthy diet.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, for 3 separate cycles. Like they would do it for a few weeks, they go back to the normal diet, then back to the healthy diet, and so on. And the researchers, they were really focused on 2 main things. What happened to the diversity of the participants' gut microbiota
Okay.
and how their cardiovascular health was affected.
Gotcha. So basically, we're talking about the impact of these dietary shifts on the trillions of bacteria that live in our digestive systems, right?
Exactly. And you know what's interesting about gut microbiota is that diversity is key.
Absolutely. A diverse gut microbiome with lots of different kinds of beneficial bacteria has been linked to all sorts of good stuff.
Totally. Like what?
Oh, better digestion, a stronger immune system, even improvements in mental health.
It's incredible how much our gut health can impact our overall well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And the study results show that like every time the participants went back on that healthy diet,
Yeah,
their gut bacteria actually shifted towards a more beneficial composition.
that's pretty amazing.
It is. Yeah. And it wasn't just their gut that was reaping the rewards. Their cardiovascular markers, especially their LDL cholesterol levels, those improved too. And the researchers consistently found a link between those improvements and the positive changes happening in their gut bacteria.
Now, when we talk about LDL cholesterol, we're talking about the kind that's often called bad cholesterol, right?
Yep, that's the one.
And we know that if you have high levels of LDL, it can contribute to plaque buildup in your arteries, which increases the risk of heart disease.
Right. So when you think about all that, it's pretty noteworthy that this study is suggesting that lean red meat, as part of a balanced diet, might not actually have a negative impact on gut or heart health.
Yeah, it definitely challenges some of the conventional thinking around red meat and health.
It does. So I'm curious, what surprised you most about these findings?
Honestly, I think the most fascinating part is that while going on a healthy diet temporarily does have some benefits, the study really clearly shows that to maintain those benefits, you got to be consistent. Like when the participants went back to their regular unrestricted diet, the positive changes in their gut bacteria and heart health markers, they were reversed super quickly.
Wow. So even though they saw noticeable improvements after just 3 weeks on the healthy diet, it sounds like sticking with it is really the key to making those benefits last. And that brings up a really important question. How do we break free from this cycle of, like going on a diet for a bit, then falling off the wagon?
Yeah.
How do we create dietary habits that are actually sustainable in the long run?
Right, that's the million-dollar question. It's all about finding a way of eating that works for you long-term, not just a quick fix. And for those who are thinking about incorporating lean red meat into their diet, portion control is definitely key. You also want to choose cooking methods that don't add extra saturated fat like grilling or roasting. And always pair it with lots of fiber-rich veggies and whole grains to create a balanced and satisfying meal.
That's great advice. And it makes me think about our own habits. Like, are there any small sustainable changes that WE could be making to eat more balanced meals? Maybe even include some lean red meat more often.
Definitely worth considering, especially in light of these findings.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think this whole deep dive has really shed some light on the fascinating connection between diet, gut health, and heart health. Now, this is just one study, and we know research in this area is constantly evolving, but it definitely gives us a lot to think about. And for me, the biggest takeaway is that consistency really is crucial.
Couldn't agree more.
It's not about being perfect all the time. It's about making gradual changes that we can actually stick with.
Exactly. It's a journey, not a destination.
And every step we take towards a more balanced approach can have a real impact on our health. So thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.